I used to believe infinity was the end, that nothing could exist beyond it. No light, no time, no thought. But now I know better. Infinity was never the limit. It was the gate, and humanity had just walked through it. We were the first species in existence to face the impossible and survive. The Odyssey Prime had returned home with knowledge older than creation itself, and Earth trembled under the weight of it. Governments argued, scientists disbelieved, and the people, they dreamed. For the first time, humanity realized how small and how infinite we truly were. But not all dreams are peaceful. The Infinity Guard's first experiments began to distort reality itself. Fragments of time started appearing where they shouldn't. Echoes of possible futures flickering across the sky, and every echo whispered the same thing. The nothing is coming. I was there when the second signal appeared. It wasn't light this time. It was gravity. Entire constellations shifted overnight. A hole opened at the edge of the observable universe, devouring stars like fire-eating paper. Infinity's warning had been true. The nothing wasn't just alive. It was hungry. The Infinity Guard gathered the greatest minds of the age. And somehow I was invited back. The man who had seen the wall. The woman who once captained our ship, Rhea, now commanded Earth's unified defense fleet. Together, we planned the unthinkable. To fight what couldn't be fought, the first Infinity Gate opened above Mars. A colossal portal of light, stabilized by quantum anchors. We called it the Mirror of Creation. Through it, Infinity sent us one message. You will not face the void alone. Then they came, the Keepers, human descendants of a future yet to come, shimmering beings of energy who had transcended mortality. They carried technology beyond imagination, matter sculpted by thought, ships powered by consciousness itself. They called us their ancestors, and together we prepared for the war beyond infinity. I remember the first battle like a scar burned into my mind. The nothing arrived as silence, an absolute absence that erased light and memory wherever it passed. Ships vanished without explosion, sound, or flame, just gone. The Infinity Fleet engaged with weapons that bent physics. Graviton lancers, dark matter warheads. Suns turned into cannons. But the nothing adapted. Every time we struck, it learned. Every time we destroyed, it absorbed. In the chaos, I realized something horrifying. The nothing wasn't attacking us. It was consuming infinity itself. The light wall was collapsing. Fragments of pure energy breaking off like shattered glass. Infinity's voice echoed through our minds. They are not your enemy alone. They are the end of all. Then I saw it. Within the blackness, there were shapes, twisted reflections of life. It had consumed civilizations older than galaxies. Each absorbed consciousness, now screaming from within the dark. Captain Rhea ordered full retreat, but the nothing reached for us, dragging the Odyssey Prime into its shadow. The ship groaned, its hull screaming as the laws of existence warped. Time fractured. For a heartbeat, I saw infinite versions of myself, dying, surviving, merging. And then, infinity intervened. The light exploded, a wave of creation bursting outward. The nothing recoiled. Our ship was thrown across the stars. When I awoke, I was somewhere new, somewhere beyond. It took me a long time to understand where we had landed. The stars here were wrong, too perfect, too still. Infinity's energy hummed through everything, and in the distance stood a tower of light, rising higher than galaxies. The Keepers called it the Source Engine, the heart of infinity itself. It was where creation began, a living pulse that powered existence, and it was dying. Infinity spoke again, but now it sounded weak, fragmented. The nothing reaches deeper. They seek the source. If the nothing devoured it, all of reality, every world, every life, would vanish. Rhea looked at me then, eyes burning. If we can reach the source, maybe we can fight it where it began. I nodded, though fear trembled in my bones. Because if infinity was fading, it meant we were on our own. Humanity had once been tested by the infinite. Now we were being tested by oblivion itself. We journeyed across the dead stars, guided by the Keeper's light. Along the way, we saw remnants of what the Nothing had destroyed. Ancient civilizations, gods that had once shaped galaxies, now reduced to memory dust. One night, as we rested near a dead sun, infinity reached into my dreams. You cannot destroy what has no form. You must remind it of what it was. I didn't understand at first, but then I saw flashes. Memories of light, creation, emotion. Infinity's origin wasn't mathematical. It was human. Somehow, across infinite timelines, it had evolved from the first spark of human imagination. The need to understand, to create, to see beyond. Infinity wasn't alien. It was born from us, and that meant the Nothing might have been too. The closer we came to the source, the stranger things became. Time ran backward. Space bent into impossible shapes. We saw fragments of ourselves scattered across parallel realities. In one, Earth never existed. In another, humanity ruled the stars as gods. And always the Nothing crept closer. A storm devouring everything in silence. We reached the source engine at last. It pulsed like a living sun, rhythm fading. Infinity's presence flickered. The end has entered the heart. Then the Nothing arrived. It didn't come as a beast or a storm. It came as a reflection. A perfect, empty version of me. It spoke in my voice. You created infinity to escape death. I am the price you pay for dreaming too far. And suddenly I understood. The Nothing wasn't destruction. It was doubt. The collapse of creation when belief falters. Every fear, every hesitation, every failure of will across the multiverse had given it form. It wasn't something to kill. It was something to overcome. I reached for the source engine, feeling it pulse beneath my hands. You said to remind it what it was, I whispered. So I remembered. Everything that made humanity human. The laughter, the love, the courage to rise after every fall. I poured it into the light. Every memory, every story, every dream. And for the first time, the Nothing hesitated. Ria's voice joined mine. Then the Keeper's. Then infinity itself. Our combined will surged through the source, igniting it like a newborn star. The Nothing screamed and shattered. The light returned. The universe breathed again. Infinity's voice whispered softly. You have done what even I could not. You gave meaning to eternity. The source stabilized. The Nothing was gone. Or perhaps it had become part of the balance once more. We looked upon the stars. Reborn, brighter than ever. Humanity had not just survived infinity. We had saved it. When we returned to our universe, centuries had passed. Earth was legend. Its name whispered in the galaxies we had saved. The Keepers called us the first light, and somewhere beyond the stars, I could feel infinity watching, not as a god, but as a friend. Because in the end, infinity didn't fear humanity. It learned from us, and now the universe remembers the day. Humans defeated the impossible.